Just as a quick addition here, I wanted to mention a cool extra feature in Ableton Live that allows you to take the groove from one sample and apply it to another. So you could, for example, extract whatever timing or other information from a loop you're really liking, and then use that as the main groove in your project to help lock everything together right from the start, or just keep the overall vibe of the loop going, which is a particularly cool thing to be able to do when it's a sample that's been recorded live or performed in some way. So let's say, for instance, I've got this groove here currently with my main drums being played by Loop Cloud Drum with a kick, clap, and hat, all with either quarter note or eighth note timing. And I found a really nice top loop to add to that. And if I zoom in, I can see that a lot of the drums on the swing notes, so that's the second and fourth semiquavers once again, have a fair bit of swing applied, so it's a lazy groove. So if I wanted to add this hat on top now, which is playing straight 16ths, then it's going to kill the vibe and we're going to have an inconsistent groove. Plus, obviously, any sound that has zero variation in level and timing tends to sound fairly rubbish. But one quick way of improving the sound, keeping things in sync and not killing the vibe, would be to extract the groove from the top loop and then apply it to the hat's MIDI clip. So if I right-click on that clip and choose Extract Groove from the context menu, it then places that groove in the groove pool that we've seen plenty on the course so far already. And from here, I can then add it to any clip in my project. So if I just drag it to the hat's MIDI clip now, and then we listen to that, you can hear it's got plenty of swing on it now. And if I just A-B that by removing it, back to straight 16ths, and now with the groove applied. Now if I just bring the top loop back in, they're locking together perfectly now. And another thing we can do here is apply some velocity adjustment. This will literally map any of the velocity, or rather volume changes in our loop directly onto our hats, which will get rid of the machine gun effect and have the level move more in sync with the loop too. In this case though, maybe it would actually be better if the hats were working the other way from the loop, so getting quieter when the loop gets louder and vice versa, which would make the hats duck on some of these louder sounds like the claps and then get louder on the quieter ones in between. And as luck would have it, you'll notice velocity is bidirectional, so I can set it to a negative value so it does just that. And what's also extremely handy here is the random parameter, which I can turn up to have just a little bit of randomization applied with the groove, which will make the hat sound even more live, as the timing is always a little bit different when it plays. So some great techniques there for quickly turning something synthetic into something with a lot more looseness and groove. And if I just quickly freeze and flatten that, there we have it. Lastly, if you want to find swung loops so you can practice this kind of technique for yourself, then Loop Cloud is a really great tool for that, because swing is one of the attributes that you can select when conducting searches. So you can set whatever range you like, depending on the genre that you're working on. see you next time.